Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Daily news and updates for 29th November 2024. Despite US bribery charges against Gautam Adani, Japan's biggest banks, including Mizuho, Sumitomo Mitsui, and Mitsubishi UFJ, plan to maintain their support for the Indian conglomerate. While some global banks reassess their exposure, Japanese lenders, citing steady cash-generative assets, remain confident in Adani's ability to repay borrowings. Narayana Healthcare, led by Devi Shetty, is in advanced talks to acquire a controlling stake in Spire Healthcare Group amid a surge in the UK's private healthcare demand. The Indian medical group aims to secure a 51 to 75% stake, potentially taking the company private, leveraging positive shareholder sentiments and global financing. Bengaluru-based Narayana, with a market capitalization of Rs 25,500 crore, is already working with advisors to build a strategy to win over shareholders. It has also sounded out global banks and financial institutions for a $500 to $600 million funding. Shetty and his family members, along with promoter group entities, own 63.85% of the 24-year-old company. The plan is to take control of at least 51% of Spire by launching an open offer. If Narayana manages to take this up to around 75%, it may even consider taking the company private. LG Electronics seems to have inadvertently taken more than a leaf out of Hyundai Motors' book. The consumer electronics company is studying the India market for an initial public offering, following in the footsteps of Hyundai Motor India or HMIL, which listed last month. Possibly toward this end, LG Electronics India has created an investor relations section on its local website. With both having South Korean parents, there are undoubtedly a lot of similarities in the process to be followed. But it so happens that the LG investor relations section has been populated with information related to HMIL, at least at the time of filing the story. Cut and paste wasn't followed by search and replace, it appears. Private sector banks led by HDFC Bank have sold nearly Rs 40,000 crore of loans this fiscal to enhance liquidity and balance their books amid slow deposit growth. This marks a significant shift as banks like HDFC Bank, IDFC First Bank and RBL Bank use loan sales via pass-through certificates and direct assignments to manage credit deposit ratios effectively. India has initiated its first auction for offshore mineral blocks, including construction sand, lime mud, and polymetallic nodules and crusts in the Arabian Sea and Andaman Sea. The event saw participation from international representatives and potential bidders who can submit bids by February 2025 end. India plans to launch a national critical mineral mission to bolster supply chains. SEBI has introduced mark-to-market basis valuation for repurchase transactions with a tenor of up to 30 days by mutual funds. This is done to ensure uniformity in the valuation methodology of all money market and debt instruments and address concerns of unintended regulatory arbitrage that may arise due to different valuation methodologies adopted. Further, the valuation of all repo transactions, except for overnight repos, in addition to the valuation of money market and debt securities, must be obtained from valuation agencies. The circular shall be effective from January 1st, 2025. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share